Great to be sitting here with you now, looking forward to the Cheltenham Festival. Such excitement building. But starting off, obviously the Arkle on the first day, you got Riviere D'Etel. Would she have won the last day?
I think she's very unlucky. You know, she definitely lost a length and a half or two with the mistakes she made. But look, it's jump racing, and that's the name of the game. She's come out of the race well, and the plan is to go to the Arkle now. She's in good form at home. She'll do a bit of work Friday morning now and we see where we are, but we're very happy with her.
And she really galloped all the way to the line. After that, like a lot of horses in that situation, or mares, they might have kind of thrown in the towel a little bit because she lost a lot of momentum on it, didn't she? But she kept going.
Yeah, to be honest, that's what I like most about her. You know, when she was bet and then she got stopped halfway up the run and she put her head down and she fought back. You know, another stride or two she was back up, but I thought she showed a good attitude. She got bet by a good horse on the day and no excuses.
Champion hurdle, just to ask you about, who's going to go? Zana here, Teahupoo?
I'd imagine both of them run at the moment.
Yeah.
Both of them are very similar horses. They probably will stay further in time. Sandy here's done nothing wrong all year, only bumping into the likes of Honeysuckle and a few of them. You know, it's not easy when you're coming up against horses like that. Sharjah, who's been second in the champion hurdle a few times.
I get the impression with Zana here, like last year, that he really needs a pace to aim at, and he didn't get it at Cheltenham last year.
Yeah, no, look, we probably didn't ride him right last year. He got stuck in the pocket down the inside, and the writing was on the wall after 2 hurdles, I think, last year. But he's in good form. He stays well. I think the race will suit him.
Will you put a headgear on him first?
We're going to put cheek pieces on him, yeah, definitely. I'll work them in him next week and see how he is. Teahupoo is he's an unassuming type of horse. He's 3 from 3 this year. He's improving the whole time, and you know, if you look at Esperanza in a couple of years, a couple of years ago, he's probably going to the race with the same sort of profile.
Looking at the Supreme, Mighty Potter, is he a bit of an each way?
He's a forgotten horse. He hasn't done much wrong. He'll run in the Supreme. I think the fast pace will suit him. You know, it's probably going to be one of the most competitive races of the week. But he definitely runs in the Supreme, and we're looking forward to it. Very
good. And then 3 Stripe Life, is he going to go in the Supreme?
Yeah, he'll go in the Supreme or the Ballymore. We'll work him and see where we are. I thought he ran well in Epperson.
Yeah.
You know, I think he could run in the Supreme as well, and both horses have each way chances.
The cross country I've got to ask you about, and the unbelievable Tiger Roll.
The cross country race, look, with Tiger Roll, we're really looking forward to him. He's if we're getting back to win 6 at Cheltenham, to be something else. He's in very good form at home. We're very happy with him. If the ground turns up good, he'll take a bit of stopping. If it's on the softer side, it won't suit him. It's as simple as that. But we're looking forward to the race. We'll probably Alpha the Sobel run with him, and Delta work. He's going to have a go at it as well.
That's interesting. I met Delta work when I came in there, and he was just looking into the distance, and I went over, gave him a pat, and he completely ignored me as if to say, who are you?
Yeah, no, listen, he's a grand horse, but he got a bit jarred up, so he did in Leopardstown last year, and it may be just taking a long time to get his confidence back. You know, whether he's a Gold Cup horse at this stage of his career is very questionable, so I just thought running the cross country race, he's been schooling very, very well at home. It could be a nice road to the Randox English Grand National.
Good stuff. I've got to ask you about Ginto now, and where he's going to go. There's obviously he's in for the Ballymore, he's in as well for the Albert Bartlett. In time, from what I've heard in various interviews with yourself and Jamie, he's a horse that could end up in a Gold Cup in years to come. He's
a big staying horse. He's a horse we like an awful lot. You're not going to see the best out of him until he jumps fences, but I think he's a proper horse. Look, we haven't made our mind up yet exactly what race we'll run in. We'll wait to see where the ground is and a few different things, but look, it's going to be the Ballymore or the Albert Bartlett. He's not as slow as everyone thinks he is. You know, he's not just an out-and-out 3-miler. He won over 2.5 miles 3 times this year. His maiden hurdle, his greatest win, and his grade 1. So we've the option of both races. I'll have to sit down with Noel and Valerie and have a chat with what they're thinking, and we'll make a plan.
He's got a great attitude, hasn't he? The way he won at Naas from the front. You know, I'd say, I don't know what betting and running or anything like that, what price he went to, but there were time and time again you were looking at it thinking, he's going to get beaten here now. Something's going to come around and put him away, but he just saw them off one after
the other. He grinds, he stays very, very well. Look, it wasn't ideal making running with him that day, but there was no pace in the race, so we had to make it. But I like his attitude, the way he keeps pulling out, and I loved his attitude in the greater race that day Jamie rode him.
Yeah.
You know, he looked like he hit a flat spot. As soon as he gave him a squeeze, he let back on it. He's a very laid back horse, but a very good horse.
Moving on to the Triumph hurdle, you kind of have two contrasts in different types of horses out of the ones at the head of the betting for you anyway, with Pied Piper and Fil Dor, where Pied Piper seems to have loads of class and Fil Dor seems to stay all day.
Yeah.
Is that a fair assessment of them, and which type of horse would you rather have going into a Triumph, if you know what I mean?
You need to stay.
Yeah.
You have Friday the track is, I think you've got 2 hurdles in the last 5.5, 6 furlongs, Fil Dor, the track will suit him, he stays very well. He got Betfair and Square by Willie's horse the last day. But I think you'll see a different horse in Cheltenham. He stays very, very well. The track will suit him. Where Pied Piper is, he's probably more of a speedier, classier type of horse.
Yeah.
Look, at the moment we're leaning towards running both in a minute. Fil Dor will be entered in the Fred Winter as well, or in the Boodle, sorry.
Yeah.
And we'll make our mind on what road we go. But at the moment, it's a grade 1, and we'll probably run both of them in the race.
The Albert Bartlett then, we're talking about horses who stay. He said, you've never won the race.
No, I think we've had a few favourites in it over the years. Just has never happened for us. This year we obviously got Ginto, we got Hollow Games. Jerry Clom won't run. Hollow Games, look, it depending on what road Ginto goes, Hollow Games will go for the other race.
Yeah.
But we'll just wait and see what way the ground is, and speak to the owners and talk to my jockeys and see what I think.
I've got to ask you about the Gold Cup. You've as strong a hand, I'd say, as you ever had. Obviously, it's now 6 years since Don Cossack won it, so impressively. But the two that you have, or two of the ones that you have, the ones near the top of it anyway, you've got Galvin, who beat last year's second at Plutar last time out, and then you got Conflated, who beat last year's winner, Manila Indo, last time out. You nearly couldn't be going with a stronger hand.
No, I've got 2 nice horses in the race. Obviously, Conflated is a bit of an in and out sort of a career, but he was good the last day. You can knock him all you like, but he beat the Gold Cup winner 5 or 6 lengths the last day, and it wasn't his first run of the season either. But just whether he could trust my horse to put 2 runs back together is the question, to be honest.
Yeah.
But he seems in good form at home. He seems in a good place. He got into a beautiful rhythm the last day, and he probably jumped better than he ever did. He's in the Ryanair and he's in the Gold Cup, obviously, but I just feel the Gold Cup might suit him better. I suppose the one negative I have is you're worried about his stamina, but it could just happen very quick in a Ryanair. Alaho is going to go out there, go an end-to-end gallop, and if we missed one fence in Ryanair, it just could be hard to get back into the race. Obviously, I have to discuss it with Michael and Eddie Chigginstown, and see what they think. But at the moment, I'd be leaning towards running both of them in the race. And Galvin, what can I say about Galvin? He's won 3 times in Cheltenham. He always runs his race. He stays very well. Where do you say there's probably a hole in a lot of the race horses in the Gold Cup? You hear everyone saying there's a hole in every horse. Sorry, Galvin's probably the one horse in the race that hasn't put a foot wrong for the last couple of years. Yeah. I suppose if you're going to question him anyway, you question him, has he got the class of a few of the other horses in the race? But look, he's won the race at Christmas.
Savills.
Yeah, the Savills. He stays very well. His course form. He's one we're looking forward to.
And you absolutely have to be able to stay to win that race, isn't it? It's an end-to-end gallop for more than 3 1/4.
Do you know where a lot of the horses, I feel like, Manila Indo stays very well. Apple's hard for me. There's a question on him staying. Conflated staying. The one thing about Galvin, if he's in firing range of him coming down the hill, he'll come up the hill better than most.
He'd have a great chance.
Yeah.
Mount Ida, she's going to go to the Mare's Chase. Obviously, she beat Out of May last time. She's got the Cheltenham form as well. Yeah. She definitely stays, there's no doubt about it.
She stays very well. Obviously, she won the Kimure last year. She's probably showing a lot more pace at home working this year. But she's in good form and she goes for the Mare's Chase, yeah, definitely.
Very good. She'd have to have a decent chance, wouldn't she?
I think she does. Look, obviously, depending on what Willie runs in it. But I think she's got a chance.
Fantastic. Any remaining ambitions? There's plenty, I'm sure, but if you could pick,
Listen, if you ask me, there's one thing I've always wanted to do is hopefully someday be champion trainer. Obviously, I'm very unfortunate to be in the same era as Willie Mullins, but listen, we'll try to keep him honest and he'll keep us improving because we have to improve to keep him.